Okay, so next question is from Chris F-V2M. Great show, guys. Do you think you could elaborate more on the allergies? Yeah. In Arizona, used to be the place for asthmatics and the place to be, right? Man, that's been the reputation years ago. That's why a lot of people moved here originally. But now, I guess all the plants that came up from Mexico and with the heat and a whole bunch of other factors, it's one of the worst places in the country to be for allergies. So we get allergies a lot out here.
Yeah,
We suffer months.
And because it gets so warm here early, stuff grows quickly, and you get hit with them long before you would back east. And I never had any issues back east. I never had allergies or anything. Here, you think you're dying, but what we are allergic to is silly people. And then we got another question from Anonymous, WF3WQ. Frank, did you know Wayne Cross, who was recently arrested with the North Jersey crew?
No, I did not. I think he's referring to the most recent arrest for the Lucchese family was a gambling case in Jersey.
Yeah.
Where they picked up Georgie Neck and a whole bunch of other guys. Wayne Cross, I didn't know. Cool name, though.
Yeah, it is. Wayne Cross.
Cornbread, 2554.
I like his handle.
Frank, can you explain who attempted to kill Pete Chiodo in his garage? In your opinion, did Chiodo do the right thing by taking a plea in the Windows case? By doing so, put other involved family members in a bad spot? This question is regarding Michael Spinelli being inducted in MCC bathroom by Castle and Barada. You could write a book on this one. There was multiple people that attempted to kill Pete Chiodo. I'll get into that. That's a whole nother episode. In my opinion, did he do the right thing by taking a plea? No, he did not. He should have told Vic and Guess what he was doing. He should have made them aware of it. And I don't know what he allocated to. But if it wasn't an allocated plea, like where it wasn't like a bad plea, like they say a rat plea, then they should have left him alone. But if it was a plea that incriminated people or allocated, then yeah, he didn't do the right thing.
Next one is Xavier James, 8085. Can you ask Frank if he ever found out if there was an actual contract on his father or his cousin was just saying that, or did he ever find out if it was a legitimate contract or just talk?
Okay, so I know my cousin all my life. Okay, there would be no reason for him to come and make that up or just tell me that, okay? Nor would I make that up. This is a serious thing. Actual contract, I do believe my father was in danger. I was told twice adamantly by my cousin. I don't know what more proof I could have had. You can't ask the mob, hey, you're going to, of course the answer is going to be no, we don't want to. But then you wake up one day and he is gone, so the biggest thing was I didn't trust anybody who was out there. So it wasn't a chance I was willing to take.
Yeah, but your cousin had nothing to gain by even if he, it took a lot for him to come and tell you that story of what I remember you telling me, that he had a hard time coming and telling you because he was in fear of a lot of different things would reoccur.
He was my eyes and ears on the street. Even though I was in jail, he was the guy I had around me to be made. So he was around them every day. So he really caught the move. I don't think they went to him and said, hey, we want you to be part of it or we're going to kill him. I think he caught the move because he wasn't a stupid kid. And he came to me and says, hey, this is what's going to happen. And I guess he did his own little investigation. And he came up and said, I'm telling you, it's going to take place. So it put me in a real bad spot,
Yeah, I'm sure he did some due diligence. And, like I said, I don't think he found that easy to come and tell you that. So
JONIRENICUS 6655. Hi, Frank. What is your opinion of Matty Madonna? I heard of Matty Madonna. He was like a legendary heroin guy that was involved with Nicky Barnes, Lucchese guy from Harlem. That's all I heard about him. Like, he was legendary in the sense they did a lot of time in jail. He was a big drunk dealer. My opinion of him today, I really don't have an opinion because I don't know the guy.
Right. Yeah. If you knew him, you would have an opinion, I'm sure.
Louis 99 70 781. Younger generation not taking the reins like years past, and the old timers hanging on to power longer than they did in the past. Once you go past the guys in their early 50s, how much work have the people under the age of 50 really done? In the late 70s, early 80s, you had around 160 mob-connected murders a year in the U.S. Well, this guy did his research, right?
Sure did.
By the early 2000s, that was down to around 5 to 10 a year. I don't know where he's getting this information from. And then you have maybe a couple of shootings here and there, and not even a body each year. Well, you make it sound like not even a body. One body's enough. It's a lot.
Take somebody's life. It's a big thing.
Yeah, he's making it sound like
he's making it sound like it's a matter of fact.
even though the mob is still there and they're bigger than they've been since the 80s, the government won and got rid of the murders, and the mob is smart and realized this is the only way to survive. I agree. This works with the bosses they have running things now in the early 60s and 70s because they have serious reputations. Well, he's talking about the guys that I ran with, and I agree with that, not only in my crew, but other crews. What happens when the next generation takes over and they don't have those bodies on their mob resume? Do they start ordering hits to cement their reputation? Absolutely not.
I don't think they can.
They're not going to. It's going to get worse and worse. More cameras, more confidential informants, just more of everything. So I think the mob is, like I said, murder took a holiday, and it's not coming back.
Yeah, and you can't compare what took place in the 70s and 80s. You know, the laws have changed. They went after, they went after everybody. The consequences are severe.
All it takes is one body. Look at the last mob murder, they call it, right? The kid, the guy Meldich. It was done by our crew, Lucchese family, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody that was on the scene, all the way up to whoever gave the order, all went to jail and got life. So
this is why the body count is where it's at, right? I mean, in all logic, you know, it makes sense.
I don't know how you call yourself a mob, though, if you can't enforce anything.
Yeah, that would be.
Goes back to the Raccoon Lodge.
Yeah, we talked about Art Carney and Jackie Gleason.
Yeah, Raccoon Lodge. That's what it's
a place to hang out. It's a club.
He makes a good point. It's the future. The future for the mob is it's not going to be a mob. It's going to be a club. It's going to be this. Try to make it. It's like this elite club that you have to be invited to and be inducted and go to a ceremony, sort of like you hear about the. What's that secret club they talk about in Hollywood and
the Illuminati?
Illuminati, you know, like Illuminati-ish type thing. You know, I think that's what it'll just, you know, retire to.
That's where you think it's going in this day and age with the new crew. Again, like we talked about, they can't really do much. They really can't. But you can make an exclusive club.
He's got a point. Yeah. How do they cement their reputation? Well, I don't think they're going to have a reputation because they're not enforcing anything. So he's trying to say who they're going to be scared of. Well, who are they scared of today?
Well, some of them, you know, their grandfathers were big-time mobsters and things like that, and fathers, and that's all they get to hang on to the stories. You can't really do much with stories or enforce.
What he's saying is it's getting so watered down. It's not even going to be called a mob anymore. It'll be called a club or something.
In the game, Uno. Shout out to my Usos, killing bills like Uma. Balls travel from Pluto, big truck soprano, gabagool and